Hey, Maya. This is my cat. She literally made it just in time. Alex, the first one. Alex the Silly, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I guess you are the first person in the chat. How you doing? We're about to start the stream. Just give me 1 second. Just gotta announce it at my socials, which you should follow, by the way. I don't know if my socials are actually in the description, because I didn't check. Yes, they are. Good, okay, thanks, sure. Yeah, just give me 1 second, and can you tell me that the audio is good? I just want to get things a couple things out of the way. On you. ZA. Lock in. I do have my thumbnail for that, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. Alright, let's do this. I used to watch one of your videos back in the day. It was the Sonic Media. I think you mean Sonic Mania, if they had voices. Not gonna lie, I really miss those videos. Yeah, they were, I guess, what you considered the golden age of my channel, but I'm not sure if I want to keep, like, doing those, especially because, like, a ton of, like, animated content, especially that we've seen from, like, Sonic, isn't really, like, they're fully voice acted, so there's no reason to put that as there, even though, like, I have, like, a couple of unfinished stuff, but again, that's not really the priority of my channel anymore, but it's really nice to know that, like, people still acknowledge those videos that I made back in the day. Yes. But anyways, let's get started. Hello everybody, this is Super SmashBroX number 10, and welcome back to more post-game of Pokemon Legends ZA. Last time, we started the post-game, caught 2 of the legendaries, Yveltal and Xerneas, and we're just finishing more of the ZA Royale, which, by the way, I did a majority of it off-screen, but I only stopped until we fight Tawny, because apparently there is some story stuff when you fight Tawny. 15 straight matches of, like, grinding through the ZA Royale, getting your Challenger's ticket for 50,000 points, fight one of the NPCs that you fought in the game, and then repeat the cycle over and over again until we get to Tawny. And they say Sword and Shield's postgame was a slog. But anyways, let's get started before we, let's actually, introduce the squad before, we actually get started. Let me just find a bench. Alright, so this is our squad right here. Going in catch order, we have Melly, the Alpha Goodra, got DQ Blizzard, the Shiny Avalugg, We got Twiggy, Chippy the Chippy the Chestnut, Twiggy the Delphox, Mauve Riddle the Diggersby, and last but not least, our main girl, Chompy the Feraligatr. She's staring like that. And of course, Chippy aura farming as always when she sleeps. And Twiggy's just sitting there like a gentle lady. We could barely see Melly's face, but anyways, that's the squad. Now let's actually finish the Infinite ZA Royale. Because I hear there is some story stuff, which, like I said, I grinded off screen because it was a slog. It took me like roughly, because how long was the ZA Royale? I think I started like the Infinite Royale. I think I started post game at like when I was at like 33, 31-ish hours. And then here we are, like, 10 hours later. Yeah. The slog. I see you have a challenger's ticket. Would you like to take part in a reward match? Yes, I do. Let's see who your opponent will be. Right, and we have Tawny. Alright, let me call your opponent to the battle court, and then you two may begin at once. Yep, this is a special cutscene, because, like, beforehand, we would just go straight into it right away. Into the battle right away. Isn't the Infinite ZA Royale great? I haven't had a chance for an all-out match with you since we fought who's the strongest Mega Evolution user. Watch me win! No, you watch me win, Tawny. Alright, still the same MZ battle theme. Is Meowstick. Of course, we have Chompy. Show her what you got! Swords Dance. Oh, was that... Oh, that was Reflect. Even we were Swords Dance... Oh, look at that! Chompy's level 100. Oh. You actually have coverage for Emboar. Ain't that neat. But anyways, let's Mega Evolve Chompy. I'll worry about that later. I'll worry about that later. God dang. Oh, you have your own Goodra? Oh, that's cute. One-shot it! Meganium. Slimy, this is for you. Chompy's the better starter. Floette. Oh, she has Floette. Time to use the power of our bonds with everyone in Lumiose and Mega Evolve! Okay, Mega Floette. I do think that flower design was sick. I just wish, like, her body could have, like, changed a little more. So Mega Chompy wasn't the one to do it, Chippy was. Chestnut is best grass starter. Fight me. No wonder you're the strongest of all of us. I'm really glad we met, you know. I couldn't have taken on the whole ZA Royale or protected Lumiose if you hadn't been there. You received a prize. Calcium, let's go! Okay, 15 pieces of XP candy. Okay. there's Emma. Tani, can I have a word? Emma? Yeah, sure. Must be pretty important if you came to find me. Sorry, give us just a sec, okay? I don't know what they're saying. Emma? You're sure? Alright. Ed, come on. We need to make a stop at Quasartico HQ. I mean, we're literally right outside. Do we really have a choice? I mean, I guess Chompy gets auto-healed, but... Chompy, you did your best. Oh, okay. Jet and Vinny. Thanks for coming, both of you. Just triple checking. Tani, your jacket was a keepsake from your mom, right? Yeah, it was. Well, I found the person who gave it to your mom in the first place. That jacket was a gift from me. Huh? What? Vinny had to do a double take. Okay, everything's silent. One sec, chat. Someone's messaging me on Discord. This is Ian doing a stream promotion. Promoting my stream. With Ian, if you somehow are watching this stream, thanks, dude. I'm sorry? Tani, I'm quite sure that your mother was my daughter. That lady was her grandmother this whole time, but she never... Wait. Tani never knew her own grandmother? Okay, we're getting heavy lore. This is exactly why I grinded off stream, because that took like forever. But okay, so plot twist: Jet is Tani's grandma. Your mother worked to develop the hologram technology, did she not? That's right. Your mother and we disagreed over the direction in which this company was moving. She left, saying that she had her own research she wished to pursue. Yes, she worked hard at that research, all while caring for me when I was just a kid. Oh yeah, and in the game, like earlier, didn't Tani say like her mom died? She was doing like all like this research and taking care of her at the same time. Bro, whoever Tani's mom was, she's a better parent than Sada and Toro. Like, what? It was a lot for her to handle on her own. I think she ended up working for Team Flare, or maybe getting support from Lysander. Oh. Oh, wait, she was part of Team Flare? Wait, who do we know? So we have Mabel. Was that green-haired lady? Or am I thinking... No, because they said she died. So it's a Team Flare member we don't know that died off screen. That's what I'm getting at. It is true that your mother's research contributed to the invention of Team Flare's hologram devices. That very same research helped us to develop our own holotech here at Quasartico Inc. Even though she chose to walk a separate path, still we find these points of intersections. Life is truly curious at times. So Mom's hard work helped make those wild zones and everything possible. She burned herself out doing all that. In the end, she had to go to some faraway region to try to rest. I see. And I suppose that is where she... Oh. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know what happened with Tawny's mom, but like... Okay, this is what I'm getting at. So, Tawny's mom, who is Jet's daughter, and Tawny is Jet's grandmother, had invented the holotech. They both were arguing back and forth, not agreeing with the direction of the company. And then, like, developing all that technology, especially when she was taking care of Tawny, the mom. She was, like... And they said that she was burnt out. So, like... So it doesn't really explain, like, how she died, but, like... Maybe she was, like, sick or something? It's never really explained, but we do know that, like, she was a former Team Flare member that we haven't seen at all. Went to a faraway region, and then that's when she died. Yeah. I knew my mom had ties to Lumio, so I figured I'd find you, or someone who knew her here. Oh, so that's why she came to Lumios, because she heard the rumors that Jet knew who Tawny's mom was. But, like, I'm assuming that, like, because of the harsh relationship, Jet and whoever that woman was, they were not on good terms, so I guess it makes sense of, like, why Tawny never knew her grandmother. Because, like, maybe the mom never told her about it. Dude. This is insane. This is some insane stuff, chat. But of course, our family was not originally from Lumio City. That's why it was a struggle to find any leads. Until I noticed that jacket. I couldn't be sure at first. I had certainly seen some hard days since I last seen it. And of course, you added some flair of your own. That's what prompted President Jet to enlist me to do some sleuthing for her too. At that moment, it struck me. What if President Jet and Tawny are related to and searching for one another? Oh, Jet was also looking for her too. Wait. But if she knew her daughter died, how would she... Or maybe... Oh, yeah. No. Wait. Hold on. They were implying that, like, even though they knew she died, the mom, who's, Tawny's mom, Jet's daughter, even though they knew she died, they still want to know, like, who, like, knew her best. I guess. My daughter, your mother, did she ever speak about me? She regretted never talking to you after she left. Wait, so... She regretted never talking to you after she... Wait, so does she know then? Does she know that Jet's her grandma then? Okay, I know it's a shocking revelation between, like, the other characters, like Vinny and the player, right? Or was that ever implied that... Because they just casually... Like, in the main story, Tawny wants to help Jet further with the redevelopment plan, right? So, wait, so Tawny had to know about Jet being her grandma then? They're making it seem like they have known that they were granddaughter and grandmother, right? So, like... Because throughout the game, she's like... Or maybe did they not want to know? Like, were they in denial that they were related? Okay, I'm finding, like, this weird plot hole. I'm so sorry to break up the moment, but, like... If she knew they're related... I mean... Wait, hold on. So, like, both of them were searching for that one woman. The one who was a former Team Flare member, went to a faraway region, had major troubles with Quasartico, like, not agreeing with the direction of the company, especially with the holotech, cared for Tawny to the point where she overworked herself and practically, like, destroyed her body, I guess, in some way, because, like I said, they never explained how she died. Again, I'm trying to think of, like, why don't they see themselves as family throughout the whole game? Like in the beginning of the game, with Jet's introduction ad, like, to the urban redevelopment plan, why doesn't just she say, like, oh, like, that's President Jet, that's my grandma? Or, like, is there some point that we don't know that, like, because, like, this, I'm trying to, I really hope some Pokemon nerds are in this chat right now that is willing to discuss with me, because I am lost. I am lost right now. It was like the only thing because, like, it doesn't seem Tawny or Jet was surprised at all that, like, they were related. And she knew, like this text right here. She said she regretted never talking to you after she left, meaning that, like Tawny's mom has mentioned Jet, but, like, there was no, like, photos, there was no reveal fanfare. It's like Tawny was like, yeah, she's my grandma, but I call her, like, president, like, madam. I don't acknowledge her as family. It's like, am I the only one that knows that this is a loophole? Whatever. I'm reading too much into it. And she said, if I ever meet you, I should tell you something. Even though you and she walked different paths, there was still so much you had in common. Noticing what you shared made her life feel fuller, even after she left. Maybe especially after. If only I'd been less stubborn. If only I tried to reach back across that divide sooner. I think it's alright. She'd be glad to know her message reached you, at least. I must ask one thing of you, Tawny. I bear a responsibility for Quasartico Inc., choosing to conceal the truth about the tower's threat from the public for so long. So I plan to step down as president. But the urban redevelopment plan must continue. We must make Lumio City into a place that truly belongs to both people and Pokémon. Having some continuity in the project's leadership could help the transition go a little smoother. Perhaps, if someone who has been helping were already to step in my shoes. Someone who is already a leader in their own right. Wait, you're not saying what I think you're saying, are you? You want me to take over as the CEO of Quasartico? Me, leading the whole company? I mean, I guess it makes sense to keep, it makes some sense to keep it in the family, but... You know what? Alright. I doubt Mom would want me to refuse. You understand why I have to do this, right? They just randomly gave, like, the CEO status to, like, I don't even know, to a kid. I mean, it is the world of Pokemon, but still, that's a little ridiculous. You know what this reminds me? Like, chat, I'm getting, like, some flashbacks of, like, the Season 2 finale of Ben 10 Alien Force, where, like, at the end, like, Rainy, one of the hybrids, just came and stepped in and just, like, have some conversation with blah, blah, blah before they were gonna destroy, before the Hybrid Council was gonna, like, destroy the whole universe because they were dying out. And it says, like, you know what, we had this talk, we had this revelation, now you're the leader, you're our leader now, and stuff like that. The council reigns you Hybrid Supreme, and now, like, the Quasartico brings, elects you as new CEO, a literal child. I don't know. I know that this scene is supposed to be emotional, but I have, like, so many questions, especially regarding, like, how do they not notice? Like I said, I understand if the player or, like, Vinny or anyone else never knew that Tawny and Jet were related. I get that. What I don't get is that, like, why they choose to refuse to acknowledge each other, both Jet and Tawny, as family, even though that, like, Tawny's mom is also Jet's daughter, which makes Jet Tawny's grandma, and Tawny Jet's granddaughter. That's, like, one of the few things, like, that relationship had to be so, out of place, so, like, it was, and, like, she knew, like, it's like, oh, maybe and she was saying, Tawny was saying before that her mom regretted, cutting ties and not talking to Jet for so long. So, but, like, in the game proper, especially during the whole Rust Syndicate subplot, they were just seen as casual partners, like as an assistant, like, don't worry, ma'am, I'll like, protect you, but, like, they never really saw each other as family. I don't know. Again, I could be reading a lot into this, but, like, this scene, I understand this is supposed to be emotional, but there are a little plot holes, or maybe there isn't a plot hole. Maybe the scene makes perfect sense when you like, properly analyze it. Again, I wish I had some Pokemon nerds in the chat to say, like, what is happening right now. What about, like, Team MZ though? Thank you. I'm happy to know you'll miss having me around. And I hope you know, I wouldn't leave unless it were really that important. Hey, Floette? You were listening, right? I'm gonna be really busy for a while. I probably won't have the time to be a good Pokemon trainer. So, you should do like AZ would have wanted. Help Ed keep Lumiose safe. Thanks, Floette. Here, use this well, Ed. Oh! Wait, she's giving us Floette's Mega Stone? Oh, we're gonna keep Floette? Ed, I'm so sorry to break up your team this way. It's alright. Even if we're apart for a little while, we'll always be Team MZ. I'll come give them the whole story later, but could you break the news to Lita and Naveen? I'll whip up an extra special croissant curry to make it up to all of you. I promise. Let's keep doing what we can be. Let's all keep doing what we can do to make Lumiose the best place it can ever be. I don't even want to do the reference. Man, this is the longest they're ever doing, like, a fist bump. Like, I could, like, see it, like, if Game Freak were to animate it better. Like, if Game Freak were to animate better in general. Like, they were literally just, like, struggling to, like, try not to let each other go. But hey, we got Floette now. Right here. Let's give her a Mega Stone. Floette type. We'll definitely show it off later. But for now, let's see what else we can do, because this isn't the end, chat. Or is it? It's 41. I wonder if we're gonna get something like when we tell Naveen and Lita when we head back to Hotel Mario. Oh. A being that gives, and a being that takes. Both actions are vital to maintain balance, but in excess, it could either could destroy it. My memories remain vague, indistinct, yet there's one thing that I know. Long ago, I tried to give too much. But my good deeds saw no reward. I wallowed in despair and resentment, and I decided to take everything for myself instead. Then came Zygarde, a being that seeks to correct excess, to find moderation, to restore balance. I can only imagine that is why it would save me, the one who fired the ultimate weapon. And now I must ask something of you. Battle me, so that I may see who you truly are as a trainer. Balance. Okay, so I guess we're gonna fight Lysander now, or L. Well, I don't know who would be a good lead though. I mean, I guess Chompy because she's level 100, so. Are you prepared to battle? I once believed that victory was the only meaning to be found from battle. But I am certain that I will enjoy battling you. Pyroar? Okay. Easy one shot. Come on, Chompy. Show him what you got. And I'm guessing this is like the Volo equivalent, I guess. Gorgeous. Oh, shoot. Okay, he's using plus moves. Sableye. Oh, shoot. Okay, Chompy's not looking so hot. Noivern. Okay, let's heal. Thankfully, I have a buttload of full restores. Ooh, the transformation actually blocked out that attack. That's good. Garbodor. Okay. Last Gyarados. Oh wait, is it gonna be Mega? Yeah, it's Mega Gyarados. Oh, that's kind of sick. And we know what typing you are. Yes! Excellent. I can feel the fire of your convictions burning deep from within your heart. This is why we battle, to reach understanding. Trainer to trainer, trainer to Pokemon, and Pokemon to Pokemon. That is suppose why AZ, like you, wished for the ZA Royale to resume. 5 years ago, a group of children stood against me in defiance. If I tried to understand them, perhaps I would never have fired that ultimate weapon. Zygarde. Zygarde. Skedaddle skedoodle again. How curious. I believe it meant to beckon you to the tower. That is much of what I can intuit from my experience working with Zygarde. What it wants with you at that faithful place, I cannot say. We're actually gonna fight it? Battle Zygarde! Okay. Keep the world in balance. Baby Twitterdile. Chompy, look, that's your son. Okay, and I guess it makes sense why there wouldn't be any alpha Pokemon here, because Zygarde is right there. Charmander. Actually, let's train up a bit. Or... just in case, I'm just gonna have... oh, shoot. Why does it always default to the regular Pokeball? Like, seriously. Nice. Even though we already have a Charmander, but... we can't Mega Evolve yet. Okay. Okay, that's not enough. Like, 1 or 2 attacks... okay. We can Mega Evolve now. Okay. I don't know how this battle will go out, but I assume we're gonna face, like, Zygarde at full power. That's my assumption. Alright, chat. We're like 37 minutes into the stream. I don't know how long this is gonna take, but we ball. We're balling, chat. Let's lock in. Boy. Zygarde appeared. Oh, it resets our Mega Evolution meter anyways, so... oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. 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 I think it's gonna go into its 50%. Yep, 50%. Oh, jeez. I think we kind of want to Mega Evolve. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Come on, come on, move. Okay. I kind of want to wait until I heal. Chompy. Oof. Okay. Alright. Phase 3. Ooh, the music. La 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 la. Oh man. Oh shoot. She's gonna revert back to base form. Okay, we need to keep Chompy alive. Huh? Uh-oh. Okay, some crazy thing is gonna go on. Oh, jeez! Whoa, 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 whoa! Jeez! Oh man, I meant to... La 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 la. Oh, jeez. Chippy can't switch out. What? Uh-oh. Oh, jeez! Oh! Okay, that's kind of cheap. Turn up your Pokemon and try again. Okay. We have to fight Zygarde from the beginning. Which makes sense. This is probably like a super boss, so. Okay. Attempt 2, chat. Attempt 2. Oh, you. Okay. Phase 1, pretty easy. Uh-oh. Come on, run, 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 Chompy! No, 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 no. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Run! Okay, nice. Okay, we beat through phase 3 with a Mega Evolving. I think phase 3, that's when we have to. When we have to Mega. Uh-oh. Okay, he's gonna do that weird move again. Oh. Oh, Chompy. Oh, shoot. No, 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 not Chippy, not Chippy, not Chippy, not Chippy, not Chippy. What am I doing? What am I doing? Not Chippy. The animation stays so slow. Wait for me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, jeez. Worry about surviving. We're about surviving. We're about surviving. We're about surviving. Dude, I couldn't dodge. I'm like spamming Y. Okay. So we clearly need a lot more firepower than this. Please tell me. Won't have any effect. Okay, I figured that. Okay, Adamant. $309. Is that our highest? Yeah, that is our highest. Okay, this has to work. All right, attempt 3. You know what they say, third time's the charm. Listen, I might not have fought Arceus. But we're trying this again. Oh, okay, I think that Adamant Mint might have helped. Okay, I think that Adamant Mint helped so much. Uh-oh. Run, run, run. Oh, Chompy. Okay, I gotta run. Thankfully, we have like max revives. I can't imagine doing myself this without. Wait, she didn't do Swords Dance? Why not? Okay. Alright, here we go. I think fighting, like, Zygarde itself as the Pokemon, it's probably not that difficult. But again, this has to do with, this also has to involve strategic dodging from the player. Uh-oh, okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Dude, why did I... Oh my god, oh my god. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I dodging? Get away, get away, get away. Okay. Half health. Uh-oh. Okay, Chompy's dead. That's okay. We're almost there. Yes! Let your Pokeball fly. And Chippy got to level 100 even though she didn't do anything. Oh, and also completing the Pokedex, I might have to do that off stream. Hey. So this legendary Pokemon has joined forces with the mightiest trainer Lumiose. The thought of you two combining your power gives me hope for the future of this city. You should have this. It will allow Zygarde to change its form. Hey. He has it. It's cool. 10%, 50%, and complete. If HP drops to half or less during battle, Zygarde would change to its complete form. In this form, all Zygarde cores and cells gathered, increasing Zygarde sets significantly. Okay. Zygarde can only Mega Evolve when it's in its complete form. When Zygarde becomes Mega Zygarde, its core enforcer transforms into Nihilite. I think that's one of the coolest moves, move name that there is. When Zygarde uses up its strength protecting the Pokemon from the light of the ultimate weapon, it parts scattered off to far-off places, absorbing the power of those lands and seeking humans who would give it aid. And now that I think of it, the moves that Zygarde used when it Mega Evolved, they reminded me of Z moves, like those in the Alola region. Oh, Alola mentioned. And wait, wasn't Zygarde also in Sun and Moon? Yeah, and they had that whole thing, like, evolving with the Zygarde cells. Wait, so when the ultimate weapon fired in X and Y, Zygarde protected Lysander. And now... Because, like, did the ultimate weapon do something to him? Because his hair's all gray now. I would just assume it... You would assume it would be, like, bad genes, but, like... You know what I mean? Did, like, Zygarde or the ultimate weapon cause this? I don't know. Perhaps I'm reading too much into it. I mean, hey, that's what all Pokemon fans do. They're always reading too much into it, so... You're not... You're okay with that regard, L. Now it falls on me to ponder. What should I do with the 3,000 years I must live? Wait, what? Wait, he has the 3,000-year-old curse? Wait, how though? Did they explain why AZ had to live for 3,000 years? That can't be like... Was that like the ultimate weapon energy that made him like this? So when the original ultimate weapon fired, that was also with Ange. In AZ's past, did that hit them? I do know it did affect Floette, and that's why she was unable to die. So maybe that same energy did hit AZ, and he was living for 3,000 years. And when the ultimate weapon fired in X and Y, when Lysander fired it, it got onto him. Plus, survival energy transference, I guess, from Zygarde. Or is that how that works? Because Lysander was... Is that why his hair is gray, then? Because he was hit with the ultimate weapon. And maybe, like, Zygarde gave him life? So, does this imply Lysander actually did die? But Zygarde brought him back to life? The same way Eternal Floette died and AZ brought her back? Dude, so many questions. I haven't been this much, like, theory planning and crafting, like, and especially analyzing in a Pokemon game, in this game of all games. Dude, this blows Scarlet and Violet's lore and story out the window. This is great. I mean, is there something you want to do then? There is. To this day, I yearn to create a more beautiful world, and I will yearn it forever. I once thought that we could achieve that world by fulfilling the material needs of everyone. Now I know it is not so simple. An old proverb said it is good to feed the hungry, but better to teach them how to feed themselves. I had solely focused on what I believed the world needed, yet I lost sight of how to make it that so people can truly flourish. Thanks to what you and your Pokemon have done together, I have learned my lesson well. It is an outlandish dream, far beyond my reach, but with 3,000 years' time, perhaps I can make it real. Much like AZ wandered far and wide across the world in search of Floette, I shall travel vast reaches in search of ways to create the world I yearn for. And when people manage to meet, it is a gift. Even living in the same time and place is no guarantee. The fact that we, and so many others, met and banded together to make Lumiose a better place is something we should treasure. Barring some great change, I doubt we will meet again, but I will carry those lessons with me. Au revoir, my young friend. Wow. Dude. So Lysander is the new AZ. And now he's gonna live for 3,000 years, wandering the world, seeing all those advances that may become of the future. How crazy would it be if it is possible to him make future appearances? Because back in X and Y, before Legends ZA came out, I assume it's only like in the anime, but like Lysander was dead. Again, I have not seen the X and Y anime, like at least on the later seasons. I've only remembered like a handful of episodes, like in like the earlier seasons. But in the games, they never they kept Lysander's fate like ambiguous. Either he was hit by the ultimate weapon and died, or like he just lived. He was stuck in stasis, like he kept himself under a bunker or something. But to know that Zygarde saved him, and maybe that's why he had no memory. Because maybe that impact was so strong, like, I'm under the impression Lysander actually did die, but Zygarde somehow, along with the energy of the ultimate weapon, brought Lysander back to life, and he became the new AZ. Again, you can call this the whole like revelation of you can call like the whole story of Legends ZA to be like a retcon or something like that to X and Y, and that word has been thrown so many times because what even is a retcon at this point? But I think this is a good conclusion. This is the story of Pokemon Z, or whatever the Kalos sequels was supposed to be. That is the sequel story we never got. And I'm so glad that we got this, and it ended on such a good note. Man, Lysander had such a glow up. He wanted to nuke the world because he didn't find it beautiful enough. Only to now say that, like, no, there is possible. Like, he actually came to his senses. And now he's like, he's content. He's perfectly fine with living the same fate as AZ. Except not only is he like he's not gonna suffer from it. Unlike AZ, for when he suffered for 3,000 years being unable to die because he couldn't. It's because like fate wouldn't give him his Floette until the very end. But with AZ, it's different. With L, it's different. He knows he's not gonna die for another 3,000 years, and he's gonna do everything he can to like find enjoyment and to search for whatever he needs to find the perfect world, and not like at a villain destroying the world, remaking an own image kind of thing, but like, what can he contribute to make the world a better place? That's it. Is that it? I think that's it. Although, there is one more thing we have to do. And you know what that is, chat? In case if you haven't been keeping up with Pokemon, they announced a trailer for like the new DLC for the Mega Dimension DLC. I think it looks pretty interesting. And they did something as like a little side mission. And for that, we would have to go to the Looker Bureau. Let's see. Wild Zones. No. Pokemon Center. Meals Sewers, Magenta. Looker Bureau. That's where we had to go. Dude, this game really makes you think. Okay, so there's Mimi. We have to talk to Mimi. Mimi seems interesting in your Diane site. Where's my little autistic kitty? Mimi must be sensing some kind of psychic energy. It can telepathically pick up thoughts and feelings and transmit them to another person. Using telepathy takes a lot out of Mimi, so I asked it to hold back. But even so, sometimes I just so happen to pick up on something. Like just now. Wonder what it's detecting. Maybe that Diancie that you got imbued with some kind of a strong emotion? Mimi. Look at it waddle. Look at them waddle. Why don't we follow Mimi and see where it's headed, Ed? Side mission EX1. Shine bright like a gemstone. See, oh, there's Looker. And this dude. It's a picture of Mimi with a man wearing distinct goggles. They seem happy. That was one of the Team Flare admins, right? It's a picture with a man wearing a suit. They seem to be having fun. Interesting. Alright. How many crystals do I have? Actually, we might as well use special moves. Have I been to this area? I think Mimi's peeking up on something. Hold on a sec. Hey, Sedna? Sedna? That name sounds familiar. Was she in the game? Was she in X and Y? Mimi and I are in a case right now, and we might need your help. Yeah, if you can let Eris and Neeks know that too, that would be great. Sorry about that. I was just checking in with some friends from back in the day. Oh, friends, huh? This is what I get for, like, not paying attention to X and Y story. Or, like, even bothering with the post-game. Were these characters mentioned in X and Y? Are these, like, old characters, I guess? Yeah, you see, when I ran the bureau now, but it was started by a detective named Looker. Is that why you called it Looker Bureau? Exactly! He was such a kind person and helped treat me so much. But it turned out he wasn't any ordinary private detective. He was an international police officer. So eventually, he had to go off and solve more cases somewhere else. Far away, probably. I took over for him as head of the bureau, and I'm doing my best to run things with the help of Mimi and friends that I spoke to. Mimi has been particularly helpful. Its telepathy has helped solve so many cases. Like I said, it gets worn out if he uses those powers too much. Come on, Ed. Let's follow Mimi. Okay. Oh, hi, Twiggy. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I showcased this yet. But, like, the Delphox site, we can now get them in the online ranked battles, which is still stupid that the Colo Starters Megastones are locked behind those, because not everyone wants to pay for a subscription service game, frick. But, hey, we got Mega Delphox now. I definitely will be returning to this game, not only when the DLC will come out, because, like, the DLC will come out in November? No, December 10th. The DLC comes out on December 10th, and I will be streaming that. And also with the Chestnut-ite. What is it, Mimi? Wait, were you picking up on my own feelings? Is this Mimi's mystical power? Somehow, you can hear Emma's thoughts in your head. What's going on with Mimi? Is it hungry? I'm getting pretty hungry myself. You alright, Emma? Oh, yeah. I was thinking I could go for a little bite to eat. Thanks for looking out for me, Mimi. What do you say we make a little pit stop and refuel? Someone mod Lumio City into Sonic Unleashed in the recompilation PC version of Sonic Unleashed. Please. That was delicious, wasn't it? Now then, Mimi, how about you go show us where you wanted to go? Come on, Ed, let's follow. The way of the shinobi. Okay, where are they now? What's up, Mimi? What are you doing in front of the elevator? You want to go up, don't you? I think we're finally close to unraveling the truth. We'll go first. See you up there, Ed. I want to showcase Delphox's Mega Form. Might as well knock down some of these crystals. Hey, Molga. Actually, I want to do this at nighttime. Alright. So we got Zygarde and Floette. ZA. Oh, I just got that, chat. Zygarde and Ange. I just got that, chat. I'm so smart. Wait, where to go? I'm guessing those mountains. That's that's like the outskirts of like other. Like, outskirts of Lumos, right? Alright. Kill some time here. Let's really get that nighttime feeling. Oh. don't think I saw this camera angle before. At least I have, I don't remember. Alrighty. I want to make sure my audio sources weren't screwing up. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, there's a lot more Mega Crystals here than... Whatever you were sensing is around here, right, Mimi? There's so many Mega Crystals here, too. Too many. It's not normal. Oh, Carbink. Carbink. Oh! There she is! Diancie! And what's that other Pokemon? Maybe it's related to your Megastone somehow? The only way to find out whether it's connected to your Megastone is to catch it. But first... Catch Diancie. Alright. How many Mega Crystals we got from that? 725. Oh, geez, that's a lot. Alright. I guess we might as well catch it. Okay. I do kind of wish that, Mega Diancie would get her own theme. And there she is, Mega Twiggy, Mega Delphox. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, not the Pokeball. You stupid or something? Here we got Carbink. Come on. Bruh. Don't defeat it, you need to catch it. I'm aware. I'm aware. Didn't think so. Oh, not quick balls. Yes! Huh. Only needed two attempts. Good job. I knew you can handle it, Ed. Hey, can I see that Pokemon you just caught? It's so pretty. It glimmers reminds me of that of Anastar's Sundial. Oh, the Sundial mentioned. Yeah, there's a strange Sundial in Anastar City. Said to have something to do with the Megastones. brings so many things to mind. In particular, I'm thinking about the two people I met since I parted ways with Looker. Namely, AZ and Professor Sycamore. Sycamore mentioned. The professor spoke with AZ as a part of his research into Mega Evolution. Professor Sycamore's theory that Mega Evolution stones were formed 3,000 years ago. When certain stones were irradiated by the light, the energy of the legendary Pokémon that was fired from the ultimate weapon. AZ nodded when he heard that. According to him, that's why we've been finding new types of Megastones recently. After all, the ultimate weapon was fired again 5 years ago. Oh, okay, so that explains why there's new Megas. Because of, like, when Lysander fired the ultimate weapon again. It created, like, new Megastones and converted them. There's also, like, this debate where, like, Rayquaza was actually, like, he's the one that sent, like, had that mystical energy to, like, bring the Mega Evolutions down to Earth or something. I don't know how true that is. I've never really played Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, so I don't know. But I think this lore makes a whole lot of sense, and maybe the Rayquaza thing is a retcon? I don't know. Like I said earlier, what really counts as a retcon at this point? What even is a retcon at this point? It's okay, Mimi. I'm here to help keep Lumio safe, and Ed is here to help too. Make sure you take good care of this Pokemon, okay, Ed? Lumios needs people like you. People who can really bond with all sorts of Pokemon. Was Diancie in Sword and Shield? Could have sworn she was. I guess we'll head back to Looker Bureau. Take care. Ah, I just remembered something that AZ mentioned. I remember something that AZ mentioned something else. He said during his long journey searching for Fouette, he saw a phenomenon in Hoenn that may have been the beginning of all Mega Evolution. I literally just said that was a retcon, but like, is it a retcon? Okay, so the events of like when AZ first fired the ultimate weapon, like when it was still like Ange, or is that a completely different thing? I think it was a different thing. When he brought Floette to life, it created the Megastones, at least for like the ones that were selected in X and Y and Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. But because the ultimate weapon was fired again thanks to Lysander, now there's like new Mega Evolutions. But like, you really gotta wonder, like, what Pokemon gets chosen? Like how does the phenomenon determine what Pokemon would get Mega Evolutions, including one for Floette and Zygarde? Like, how does that work? So that implies the more we fire the ultimate weapon, the more Megastones we could have, like, potentially for like all 1,025 Pokemon, which is crazy. Although, so like, wait, but if it connects to the event of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which is a Hoenn remake, and remakes do not really fit well into the main continuity at all. So like, I think this supports the theory that fans have had for a while now, that like in the Pokemon games, there's two timelines. One where the ultimate weapon didn't fire, which is like the original Gens 1 to 5, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet. And the other one were which is the Kalos games, the Kalos games, including like X and Y and ZA, the remakes, the remake era, like the remake. But that. Wait a minute. Hold on. But then this game had to have referenced Galar. This game has been Galar reference galore. Like, did Ian Flynn write this game? Because of all, like, the Galar references? But, like... Wait, so... So, like, are the remakes the true Prime continuity? Like, is it, like, the remakes, like, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and Ruby Sapphire and Emerald are not really the real canon? Dude, this game really makes you think. I'm starting to think that the whole one thing kind of feels like a retcon. I don't know. This raises a whole lot of questions. That's what got him thinking about the bonds between people and Pokemon. Anyways, thanks for helping us out, Ed. I'll see you around. I genuinely do think that the Kalos games have the most convoluting lore in the entire franchise. Especially like with the Mega Evolutions tie-in and whatnot. And people were saying this to canonically confirm that like the reason why, like in universe, why Mega Evolutions were not in Sword and Shield, BDSP, and Scarlet and Violet. Because the Mega Stones never existed. But then we did have some ties to Kalos in Paldea. Again, you could just write it off as like, oh, like, it's not really that deep, like, maybe all these events did happen, but like, again, that has to do something with the remakes. Because the remakes and only the remakes, like Let's Go, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I don't know if we really should count BDSP. But, like, they were Mega Evolution centered. While the original games weren't. So, like, are the remakes the true canon or are they not? This game makes it seem like the remakes are the true timeline. But like, then... And again, with the remake timeline... That also involves, like, Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, but, like, Mega Stones are mentioned in those games, so... I think this is kind of where the multiple timeline theory kind of, like, falls flat. Because especially in this game, how it's, like, heavily referenced Galar, especially, like, with Legends Arceus, and with, And, like, they specifically mention Champion Leon. Former Champion Leon. Yeah, I think my personal headcanon is that the remakes are canon. And, like, the original games are still somewhat canon, but, like, they're kind of, like, semi-canon. It's just, like, kind of, like, retold. And everything else, like, gens, like, 5, Gen 6, 7, 8, 9. They're all interconnected. And, like, people are saying that, like, in this game mention how Lucario was the first Pokemon to Mega Evolve. But I don't know if that's true because AZ said he witnessed Mega Evolution for the first time. That wasn't a Lucario. And the only way we can decipher that is that, like, Rayquaza was the first Pokemon to Mega Evolve. Again, this game makes you think. It really does get, like, the gears grinding. Hydratini. Dude, could you imagine how... Oh, shoot. Whee! Bro, could you imagine if we got a shiny right there? Oh, poor Melly. Can't swap out. Okay, now we can. So yeah. I think that's it. I think this is the true finale of Legends ZA before the DLC. Keep battling in the Infinite ZA Royale? No thanks. Of course, there are a lot of side missions that I haven't... Of course, there are a lot of side missions that I haven't done. Let me see if I can find some alphas before we end off. Before we end up the stream. Like, some alphas I haven't gotten. Okay, Dragalge and Gyarados. I know I have those Pokemon on file, but... I'm not gonna lie, it kind of would have been fitting if I had a shiny. But that's just how it is. Alright. I think that's it. That's literally it for Legends ZA until Mega Dimensions comes out. So yeah. This game's story is definitely one of the better Pokemon stories that we got in recent years. It has definitely done X and Y justice. Oh, she's sleepy. It's definitely done X and Y justice, finishing off the lore and just ultimately coming full circle. There are some things that are kind of confusing, but again, I could just be misinterpreting it. Especially like with like the whole family tree, especially like with Tawny and Jet and the mom that died. Like some family thing that I felt like doesn't make sense. And I guess the Mega Evolution phenomenon, like how it actually started. And like, are the remakes canon or are they not? But again, we are gonna have more lore once Mega Dimension comes out. And personally, my thoughts on Mega Dimensions, and especially with Mega Excalibur and Mega Chimenko, I think it looks good. But the question is, will it justify the $30 price tag? I hope it would. And of course, I will be going back to this game from time to time, especially when getting the Chestnut in Season 3 of the ranked battles, which is not going to be in for another 2 weeks. I will go back to stream this game when Mega Dimensions comes out. And maybe when Slimy finish their playthrough of the game, then we can actually do a Pokemon fight. Do a Pokemon battle. The way she sits. But yeah. That's it. We are done, for now, with Pokemon Legends ZA. And honestly, great game. I enjoyed it a lot. I do kind of wish they didn't botch the tutorial so bad. I don't know. It was, and also, like, I guess this game's post-game is, like, especially when we want to complete everything, especially with the ZA Royale. The fact that we have to go through 15 consecutive battles just to even access it, which doesn't sound bad, but taking into account where you have to, like, get the Challenger's ticket at the ZA Royale only at nighttime. You go, you fight the Challenger. And then lather, rinse, repeat. Hopefully, you're probably gonna have to reset the night to get another 50,000 points for another Challenger's ticket. And then go again, and again, and again, and again. It just... That could have been a lot smoother. And it kind of sucks that it was like that. Like I mentioned before. And they say Sword and Shield postgame was a slog. But yeah. Look at the sleepies. Sleepy girlies. But yeah. That's it. Where's Mavriedel? There's Melly, but... maybe she's probably behind DQ Blizzard. But yeah, that's it. Alright, everybody. This is Super Smash Bros. Number 10. Thank you guys so much for watching and staying with me until the very end for our Legend ZA playthrough. All the way back in October, and going on and waiting for the post-game. Now, in terms of what I'll stream next, actually, there's a couple of things I do plan to do. Hopefully they'll be out by the time I, hopefully I'll get that on time and hopefully not, like, slack off. But I am a part of a certain group. No particular group. But you're gonna have to wait and see when that video goes live. But until then, I mean, there's also Sonic Racing Cross World, and there's also more characters. Where's Chippy? Oh, what the heck? Okay, that's... that is so weird. You saw her face. But yeah. That's it. That's Pokemon Legends ZA. Alright, everybody. Super Smash Bros. Number 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you back next time where I decide to stream another game or upload another video. But rest assured, I will be back on December 10th when the Legends ZA DLC goes live. You have my word. And if there's any other playthrough you want me to do, and I guess also talk about like my thoughts on like on the new Mega Evolutions. Again, that could be its own separate video. I have my thoughts about those as well. And I promise to try to keep those on a positive note because we've had a lot more negativity in this fandom recently. I mean, to the surprise of no one. When there isn't negativity in the Pokemon fandom or just any fandom in general. But anyways, Super Smash Bros. Number 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been my playthrough of Legends ZA. Let's do one final team recap before we end the stream. We got Mavriedel, the Diggersby. She was actually one of the few OGs that actually stayed with the team. Like, especially from Wild Zone 1. That's honestly impressive, and I've never thought to use, like, a Diggersby in my Pokemon playthrough until this game. We got Melly, the Alpha Gudra. She didn't do so hot. But but even then, when she became an Alpha, and yes, she did turn into an Alpha. I'm not gaslighting you, and I'm not gaslighting you into thinking I had another Gudra, but I traded it, but I benched that for an Alpha Gudra. You can't prove it. But she actually did fairly decent. Proud of you, Melly. And then we got DQ Blizzard, my first shiny in Legends ZA. Of course, I did have a couple more shinies. There was that Pidgey, which I evolved into Pidgeot, and a shiny Fletchling from last stream. Thankfully, I did caught that, but I haven't evolved that into a Talonflame. So, I am going to do that on my own time. And then our three girlies. We got Twiggy the Delphox. We got Chippy the Chestnut. And last but not least, these two did pretty fantastic. Again, this isn't like anything new for me, using like mixed starters in a playthrough. I mean, have you guys seen my Scarlet and Violet trio run that I used Sceptile, Inteleon, and Cinderace? So, yeah. And last but not least, our main girl, Chompy the Feraligatr. She was a silly little Totodile. But she really sold that fight. I think like her being level 100 and getting the Adamant Mint along with Swords Dance definitely helped our fight with Zygarde. Because if I didn't have those, we would have spent even longer in the Zygarde fight. Which, my thoughts on the fight itself, It's challenging. Well, challenging in the sense of the character movement. I don't know if the patterns were, like, clear, if I recognize it. I was just, like, attacking. But, like, this game really makes you, stand on your toes. But, yeah. That's it. What's Chippy doing? Okay, this was not a good spot to get, like, some photos. Look at these two aura forming. And she set back down. But yeah, that was Pokemon Legends ZA. Yeah, I delayed this far enough, but I really do gotta jet, call it quits. And until that day, until December 10th, this is Super SmashBroX number 10, signing off, people. An amazing end to this amazing game, which I still stand by it. I love this game. Screw you guys. It's peak.